Now, because I've been talking so long, I'm also going to touch on Kandi Burruss. Okay, just a little bit. Now, another thing that we know that I was talking about very, very a lot months ago, I said that Candy's divorce was probably going to get a little dirty. Okay, because when Kandi filed her document, I feel she didn't expect for Todd to clap back. She didn't expect for Todd's attorney to have as much detail and knowledge about the case as her attorney. But Todd went back and got Randy Kessler because Randy Kessler was a part of him signing that prenup. And now are in a full blown battle. Now, Kandi has made it her mission to go from platform to platform to platform to kind of like skew the narrative a bit in her favor because apparently reading the court documents, a lot of people are like, yeah, I think Todd might deserve some money. Yeah, I think, Kandi, you a little male identified, Kandi. You left that man alone while you traveled around the world. Like somebody got to take care of them babies. And even if you hired a nanny, the daddy was still there. Okay. So Kandi has been doing interviews. Kandi has been disputing the fact that Todd is fighting the prenup and which is crazy because it's like, how are you disputing the fact that Todd is fighting the prenup? Hold on, we about to pull it up. Y'all like this video, please and thank you. Like this video. Now, Kandi appeared on Watch What Happens Live. She didn't appear on Mike Kelly and Mark and Kelly. She didn't appear on Some Caucasian Lady podcast. She appeared on TS Madison. She's appeared on so many different platforms talking about her divorce. And that in itself is interesting because as she goes to talk about the divorce, Todd said in his last court filing that Kandi is using the media to spin narratives. Now, a lot of people get mad at me for bringing it, but again, we talking about the actual court documents and what we see. We only thing you got to do is take a look and you see that again, Ty has said nothing. Kandi is saying everything. Kandi is saying, actually giving both sides of the story, which I don't understand. Like, how is it as someone who is giving information about the divorce, you gonna tell me the husband's stance and your stance? Okay. And then people run with it and act like they believe it just because Kandi said it. Now, yes, copyright disclaimer on section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use, fair use, fair use. Kandi says she is clearing up stuff about this damn divorce, honey. Kandi says she gonna clear it up. Okay, so she went up here to Andy's show and Watch What Happens Live. And I don't know what Kandi is promoting. They say Kandi was promoting her Broadway show. But why are you promoting it now? You ain't been promoting it. You started in November. You should have been promoting it starting in like October. Okay. And then it's over in March. Why is you promoting it the last week in February? That doesn't make sense to me. But I digress. But Kandi came over to Andy's show specifically to talk about her divorce. I don't think she came here for no other reason. None whatsoever. And y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer, section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. You said watch her body language. Okay, we're gonna watch it. Put myself over here in the corner. Hold on.
Had you and Todd been considering a separation before you decided it was the right decision?
Oh no.
Okay, were you and Todd considering a separation before you decided to file for divorce?
It happened like in July. In July was when I was like, oh yeah, nah, I can't do this no more.
Was there a specific?
Oh yeah, no, I can't do this no more. And look at Andy. Andy look at Andy's face. Andy said, I'm getting to the tea, honey. I'm about to get to this tea. Was there a specific incident that caused you to file for divorce?
Like moment or thing
Yeah, it
that
was a
happened?
specific situation that happened. I'm not talking about on Watch What Happened.
Okay, all right.
What was that specific situation? You know, I told y'all what I heard. Okay, I ain't gonna repeat it no more, but I told y'all what I heard.
What is your current relationship or nature of communication?
I mean, so, you know, we've been going back and forth through the whole divorce thing. So, of course, sometimes our conversations can get a little intense. But for the most part, you know, even if we argue, we still, you know, try to be nice to each other.
You're co-parenting.
Yeah, we're
yes.
co-parenting.
She stay talking about it. She stay talking about it and stay saying that she want her privacy. Y'all remember Kandi said she wanted her privacy. Kandi filed to have the divorce documents sealed. Now that the divorce documents are open and we know exactly what's going on, Kandi said, oh, well, I'm just going to tell them something different. And the people who don't read the divorce documents, the people who don't read the blogs and watch YouTube, they gonna believe me because they heard it out of my mouth. That ain't how it works, Kandi. We know the truth.
And last night we went to my son's basketball game, so we were there sitting right next to each other. I'm sure people was like,
right.
Hey.
Oh, child. Somebody asked, did I see Nene on TMZ? We talked about that already, friend. Rewind.
Right. But I feel like once we're done with this, I really feel that we'll be able to be great co-parents because our ultimate goal is to make sure that all.
Well, I thought y'all was already a great co-parents. Todd over there doing daddy daycare. Okay, you over there doing Broadway, living in New York. Okay, you said that Todd don't be there, but you hired a nanny to be there in your absence as a substitute mother. Like at the end of the day, Todd said he want full custody. You said you ain't giving him full custody. What do you mean? I thought y'all was already.
All of our kids are happy and that they don't feel the blunt of our drama.
You know, it's so interesting because we saw the whole prenup drama on your wedding spinoff.
Andy know we saw it, and Andy know the blogs know what's up.
And we did see him sign the prenup. He's now contesting it.
No, well,
and here's the thing. Remember, we said that he signed it under duress, and Kandi about to tell y'all that he's not contesting it.
Actually isn't contesting.
Oh, he isn't?
They threatened to contest it.
Okay.
So it said that if we do not come to terms, that they feel that they have a way to contest it. So
did y'all come to terms, Kandi? Did y'all come to terms? Is that what it is? Because we've been reading the documents, and then Todd clearly said that he signed it under duress and that they could pull the receipts, child. That's what we read. I don't know what you talking about. And then every single time Todd filed something, you file something.
I think that is the misunderstanding of the internet. It's like
that's not no misunderstanding. We read that in court.
We've never actually had conversations about it being anything other than what
right.
Of course, you ain't had no conversation. The lawyer put it in the court documents. You got your lawyer. He got his lawyer. You got Adama McKinnon. He got Randy Kessler. And I always said, this is not about Kandi or Todd. I know a lot of y'all think that, I hate Kandi. I can't stand Kandi. I'm team Todd or whatever. But it has nothing to do with them two as parents or them two as husband and wife. It has everything to do with these two lawyers and who's the best lawyer and who writes the best motions. So at the end of the day, they paying these lawyers and that's who's winning in the case. And it seems like, when I read the documents coming from Todd's side seem to be a little bit more in depth and a little bit more believable. Now, will a judge see that? I don't know, but coming out of Kandi's mouth ain't gonna help.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's like, well, I don't want people to feel that I'm like, well, people feel that way because your lawyer put in there.
Yes.
See, and she said it. She said it. And she didn't finish her sentence. You don't want people to feel that you what, Kandi? What does Todd say? Like, to me, like her coming on this show and telling us what Todd says or how Todd wants to feel is weird because we can't get both sides from one person. It's impossible. So, that's Kandi's side. Okay, Kandi said that Todd said that, and we don't know if Todd said that or not because we ain't heard nothing from Todd. Okay, and Todd said that we ain't heard nothing from Todd. Meanwhile, Kandi went over to TS Madison's channel. What why do y'all have and continue her lies and fairy tales. Okay. And apparently on TS Manhand's channel, Kandi basically said that they did not break up over anyone that they entertained together. And remember, I said that Ty had emotional relationship with somebody outside of Kandi. Well, clearly Ty did something with someone that y'all weren't entertaining together. He was entertaining them by himself, which was an issue because y'all agreed to entertain people together. Okay. So here's what Kandi said to TS Manhands. Why is she talking to this man in a wig? Anyway, hold on. Y'all know the drill, copyright disclaimer, yada, yada, yada.
Forward, anything from those 11 years, like moving forward to put like with. Like,
What you trying?
What'd she say? I don't even understand what he asked her. Y'all decipher and put it in the chat.
No, girl, I'm just saying. Okay, no, because, girl, okay. So the streets has, see, I ain't want to get over here and do this on.
Is his breast hanging out?
This one. So the streets has said, because the streets has said that
God, what? Why y'all be wanting me to read this?
y'all was I see.
Okay. Let me be clear.
So
let me be clear.
Okay.
Let me be clear.
And he's sitting up there looking like Fred Flintstone in that dress.
Nothing that he and I had done together or anything that we had, anybody that we've hung out with or whatever, had nothing to do with our breakup.
Okay.
Okay, so it was nobody they entertained together. Okay, that's very specific. That means it was somebody he was entertaining without you. Okay, and even the people in the comment section saying the same thing, child. Look at it. Okay, like whatever. And somebody said, so Todd was slipping and dipping with a non-approved woman. That's what we said before. Like she ain't saying nothing that we ain't said. Okay. But anyway, let's see. That was another one. It says Kandi says no conversations are being held about prenup being overturned. Why is she talking? Shouldn't this be a violation of the court order? Like, why are you telling TS Manhands about what conversations are being had or not had about the prenup? Isn't that for your attorney and his attorney to talk about? This is weird.
Let me see how I'm gonna put this. It's been a lot of people online doing all these different like their take of what's gonna happen. I guess because in one of the things that
what is that voice annoys the hell out of me. You said how many more interviews? 1,000
went public, basically was saying like if he and I didn't agree that he felt like he could overturn a prenup or whatever. This is what I would say. Anytime there's a prenup, everybody says they think they can overturn it. Like,
so Kandi said he can't overturn it, basically. That's what she's saying. Okay. And she's telling Mr. Manhands that, okay. Anyway, oh God.
So but those are, I mean, that's normal, you know what I mean? But truth be told, in our discussions, there is no conversation of that. You know what I mean?
He ain't gonna discuss it with you.
And our situation is fair for us. You know what I mean? What was already agreed to. So there is no reason for it to go there. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Whatever. Moving on, like this video, please. Thank you. Yeah, Kandi is working the hell out this press, honey. Kandi is forming a narrative. Kandi is telling y'all something totally different than what's in the court documents. And it's interesting, like I said before, Todd pretty much said that Kandi was using the media, and Kandi is proving that she is using the media because she goes to the media every other day. She been to Andy, she been to Watch What Happens Live, she been to Sherry, she been to Mark and Kelly, she been the TS Manhands. Where's she going tomorrow? She gonna be on another show tomorrow? I don't know. Still talking about her divorce. Like, why is it that she talk? Well, I know why. We've only heard. Thank you, John, for the cash app. like nobody was talking about Kandi before this divorce. So I mean, why not continue to use it and up your Q score? Okay, what she got to sell now? Because clearly Kandi wants to be in the media for something, and so the only way to do that is to keep talking about this divorce, keep getting on the blogs, good, bad, or indifferent. People are still talking about her. If she wasn't talking about this divorce, Kandi would fade into obscurity like Marlo Hampton and the rest of the people who no longer on the show, and Sheree Whitfield and whoever else. Nobody is talking about them. Okay, nobody. Anyway, moving on. Like this video.